All right, so we could get started for the sake of time. I'll introduce myself and then you'll go around, say who you are, plug in things that you do, that you work on, how they can like contact you, reach you, etc. Like a good 2-minute intro plug in. All right. Hi, everyone. If you are new here or rolling and stumbling your way into this live, my name is Leonora. I am the founder of She Is Made. And She Is Made basically utilizes art, specifically more so like writing, creative writing, and social emotional learning as a tool for mental health and wellness. We are very deep rooted in she and social justice and Black women. However, we do open and are starting to open our spaces to Black men as well, since you guys have requested it many times in my DM. So I say, you know what? Since tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo, and we typically do our Tribe Talk Thursday every first Thursday of the month, where we have 2 hours, a set of panelists for hour 1 and a set of panelists for hour 2. And I basically pair people with like similar characters, vibes that are into similar things, and then gear the conversation towards that. If you are interested, you could go into the link in my bio and fill out, it's like a 5 questionnaire about your availability and what you're into, etc. And I'll circle back if it makes sense to loop you in for one of our Tribe Talk Thursdays. In honor of Cinco de Mayo, and I respect what it means to our Black culture, right? I said, let me remix it and go live on Wednesday. And this is a great opportunity to fulfill your many requests about Black men sharing their perspective on what I talk about with the ladies, and sharing their perspective and having a safe space as to what they're going through in the dating scene and mental health and all the things, right? So today's the day that we're actually first doing that, like open the space to Black men. Of course, for our workshops, we service all genders, but for this space, it was typically just women. So welcome to Tribe Talk.
Yeah.
This started from just basically going live randomly one day with Amy, my girl, and everyone was like, you should do this like more often. And I said, all right, let me figure out marketing, and boom, here we are. And it's been great ever since. Enough about me. I'm going to go around and you guys will kind of introduce yourselves. Just a quick note. I have questions just to guide the space, but this is y'all story to tell. If you have questions that's sitting on your chest, your corazón, and you like, oh, nah, sis, I want to talk about this. You bring it to the table, we talk about it. Like, it's not a rigid script. We're just going to flow and have our little WCW girl talk. All right, with that said,
hey,
I'm going to pass the mic
my name is
Amy.
Amy. I am an artist. I own Allure Art Queens, where I do paint events for kids, adults. You know, we get calm and then we get turned up at the studio, and it's all about just releasing your creative energy. And we do a lot of pop-up shops. We do all types of events there. So I'm excited to be here. So pass it, well, back to you. You pass it to me.
Oh, that's so much better. Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna throw it to Deja, our queen from Atlanta.
Hi,
Hey, girl.
I'm Deja. I currently live in Atlanta. I have a podcast. It's called Such a Fucking Lady, the podcast.
Yes, I like that.
Thank you. I also have an Airbnb that I am running. I do hair sometimes when I feel like it. It's one of those things that I use as a crutch. So if I just need a couple of dollars, I know I can always braid some hair real quick, and you know. That's pretty much all I have going on right now. Airbnbs, podcasts, and hair.
That's yes. Next time I'm in Atlanta, it's lit. You ain't never do my hair, child.
I haven't. You always come with the knotless. So I don't have a chance.
It's been knotless for months.
Okay. I need
you right. Thank you, Deja girl. I'm gonna pass the mic to the beautiful Casey.
Hi, everybody. My name is Casey. I am from Queens, living in New Jersey. I'm a realtor, and my favorite job is being a mommy. So I do have a kindergarten. My main goal right now is trying to figure out how to teach more of our people about home ownership, generational wealth, just all in all, learning more about building their portfolios as we get older. So that's my main goal, figuring out for us.
Yes.
And
So excited to share space with you guys, ladies. Welcome to Tribe Talk. Quick question too, well, kind of a plug. I noticed an update where you can actually enter questions into like this question bubble, and I could bring it up to the screen. So as we're talking, and if you want to participate and you have a question relative to what we're saying, throw it in there. I'll bring it up and we'll touch base on it. We'll also try to like get in the comments as well. All right, we got some things to get into,
yeah,
child.
what's that?
We
Yeah.
got some things. It's a, yes, child. All right, so it is Mental Health Month. It's the month of May. And I've been having a plethora of conversations with my girls around so many different things that fall into the bucket of the pressure of being a woman, a Black woman at that in society today. So I wanted to ask you guys, it could be heavy, it could be light, whatever it is that you feel has been a constant pressure or you experience pressure in that realm of being a Black woman. Like what are some like 5 things that you feel like applies pressure for you right now?
Career, having a career path.
Mm.
One of those things, man. I feel like I guess I call myself an entrepreneur, but
Now you better claim it. You're an entrepreneur, sis.
well, thank you.
Claim that.
I'm an entrepreneur, but I feel like I have my hand in so many things. There's not just one thing that I'm passionate about. And it seems like, the Black girls these days, they doing their thing, they getting it early. And I'm like 31 and I'm just like, oh God. I feel like I'm still figuring it out. And I feel like now I'm supposed to have it figured out.
Yeah,
No, you're doing great.
Yeah.
I think that's something that
But
I'm
that
gonna say. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say she's right though. That is a pressure that we do all feel.
It definitely is, especially on social media where they're just like, oh, if you don't make 100K, like you poor, you not doing it, and this kind of like fabulous life that we're all supposed to live. And they glamorize entrepreneurship, but don't really talk about the downsides. And I also think that the generation coming up from behind us have more access to certain things. Like we were at the beginning of the social media wave and figuring things out, and now we're just like having to catch up. Like, damn, now we gotta figure this out. And oh, you can ask questions in TikTok and Snapchat and Facebook and Metaverse. And it's like, damn.
Right. Yeah.
Staying
So it's hard.
So we got career. What's another one?
Also love life. I think by a certain age, you're expected to settle down and be married and be fruitful with kids. And sometimes it may not work out that way, and then you feel the pressure, maybe even from your parents, like they want grandkids, or you have siblings and friends that are getting married, and you're like, I'm just getting ghosted in my text message. So, right. What you got on right now? Like it's like,
what you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's a big pressure as well.
So we have career, dating life.
I think that's. I've been sending you, Leonora, these BBLs that's on fleek. Like, not like the ones that look crazy. Some that look crazy, and there's some that look nice. But I think that social media just really has put a lot of pressure on having this hourglass that is like not in a realistic way to have your body, and you can work out as much as you want, but you really got to be so disciplined and to really like to show up in a way that you feel like, yeah, I want to look like I got a BBL, but a good one. But and do it naturally. So I think that's definitely a pressure that I see, because I be like, damn, that ass is looking heavy.
Okay, I canceled my liposuction appointment because I was just like, I want to go to the gym. I just want to do it. Or what if I get this lipo and then get pregnant? Was my biggest thing. So I was just like, I'm gonna wait. At least
go through all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we have career, we have relationships, we have body image. I'll say, damn, you kind of named everything that I was gonna say, to be honest. So I'm gonna say, I guess
Oh, I'm choppy.
the, the pressure to kind of balance your alpha and feminine energy. I exude a lot of alpha in different spaces. I've just been my whole life in positions of leadership, and I also am first generation American. So like my mom taught me independence at a very young age, and so it's always been like I got this, I got this. And now like it's been all over social media, like not to be redundant, but I want to land somewhere soft, and I want to be soft. And there's a pressure to kind of be a certain way these days as women. And I don't think that everyone
Yeah.
fits into that mold. And that also loops
Wait,
into body image. So we
I'm
need
gonna
one
add to
more. We
that
got
because I
five.
think
We got
Kevin
four.
Samuels adds to that a lot, like in terms of like the way that women are supposed to show up, how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to say, hi Lily.
Thank you.
Hi my
Hi.
So cute.
girl.
Aw. So cute.
She is adorable.
She want to be in the
Love
convo,
this.
y'all.
We about
They
to
want
be
to
in
be in a
it.
convo.
Nah, but I think that that's real, like showing up as a certain way, but really you want your authentic self, right? But then it's now being seen as like your authentic self is too hard, or that you're not able to really land the type of person that you want to land, and you're being unrealistic just because of whatever these people are saying. So that's it's a lot of pressure with that, especially, and yeah.
And you know I have some things to touch on with Kevin Samuels. I actually have that
That is
written down,
real.
child. Yep, the high value
Yeah.
man. Yep, and how women should show up. All right, so I think we're good with four. I kind of want to start unpacking some things a little bit. I want to kind of take it back to the dating aspect, which kind of loops in a lot of the things that we mentioned already. Like, what is dating or maintaining a relationship like in 2022? Like, what is it giving?
It's giving garbage bag.
It's giving ghetto.
It's giving trash.
Very much giving ghetto. And I have a man and it's still ghetto. Okay? I think for me it's just because I live in Atlanta and that has to do with the whole body image. It has to do with financially where you are. Like you know, they say that men don't go after the girls with the money. They just go after the ones that they want. But that's true to an extent out here. Because some of these men looking like, you know what I'm saying? Well, this is what I bring. I hope you got the same kind. I hope you matching energies. And so it's just
I think that's
trash.
totally true. Like, especially that it's expected. Like, men apparently don't want a woman that is successful now. So I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
Why do you think that though? Like, can you kind of name that experience? Like, kind of give us that picture as to why you feel like that's the thing where men don't want successful women. Is it more
I mean, I
intimidation? Like,
saw
can
a
you kind
video
of talk through that a little bit?
on Instagram about this guy that was talking about this girl that he met, that she had like everything checked off, and how she said the only thing missing is a man. And he was saying, but nobody's like, a man is not going to want you because he was just saying, like, because at the end of the day, if you're successful as a woman, are you paying bills? Like, what is that doing for the man if you are successful? Like, you're making money as a woman, you are establishing yourself as a woman, but you still are going to expect a man to take care of you. So it's like, that's your money, apparently. So it's like, you being successful is kind of seen as like God can actually go and get a woman that is just a regular waitress doing nothing and be good with that, because you know they're gonna take care of her anyway. So it's kind of like, is that?
But I think is that when we have our own money, we can also make our own decisions and our own rules. you don't have money and a man is providing for everything, it's like, all right, I guess I'll just stay home while he goes. Like, what can you really say? Because you're not contributing. But when you can, and I find that really that's normally only men that don't make more than you. Like, if a man has a certain, he wants you making money too. Like, I think it's just these average Joes, like,
Absolutely.
yeah, they their first 90,000, their first six figures, and it's 80 after taxes, and they're the ones that are like, I don't want you making more money than me. It's like, goodbye.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think if you are making on the same playing field as your man, your partner, making that amount of money, right? Do you then still feel like the gender role of the man paying for like rent and dinner and all these things still should be the same, even though you guys make the same amount of money?
Absolutely.
And why?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I
Right.
like one of those conversations where we can debate it all day long, but it's like, it's whatever works for you and your person. Because for me, you're always going to pay the bills. Like, that's just what it is. But for the next person, a woman may not feel comfortable with her paying everything. And she may want to, pay the cable bill and whatever works for them. But I know for me, yeah, you paying all those bills, baby.
Yeah. I mean, now I'll help you. It ain't no, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let you spend your last little dime, but also I'm not gonna pay them all either.
Not damn.
Yeah. So, that saying, like, men don't want successful women. I think that they just don't want a woman who is like, what's the word I'm looking for? Because out here in Atlanta, niggas love a bitch with a bag because then they feel like, oh, now we can get a bag together. Whatever you doing, we could do that together and get a bag. Mm-hmm. So when it's the men who are intimidated are just the ones with no money, like you said.
Yep, that's
it. Yeah.
What would you say would be a non-negotiable when dating right now?
You mean like in morals or like look?
Like, both. Like what are your non-negotiables? Like if this person isn't I'm not with it, or something you noticed on like a dating experience. Like for me, no shade, and this might be kind of like girl, but if I'm at dinner with a nigga and he starts going in on his fingers, I can't. Like, I do not like a guy who sucks his fingers at the dinner table. Like, we're not at home. Like, it makes me cringe. That is like a non-negotiable for me. And I will say something to you, like, bruh, like, get a napkin, do something. Like, that's embarrassing to me. Like, I'm dead serious.
I don't
so for me, that's like a non-negotiable.
Yeah. I don't like niggas who be commenting in like celebrity comments. That is like I'm cringing thinking about it.
That gives
Yeah. Why though? You would rather your guy commenting on people that you know around the ways pages or than celebrities?
No, I don't like trolling in celebrity comments.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that is just it's such a turn off. I don't like that, and I am at this stage in life where I don't want to date people with kids. I just got here though. I was certified stepmommy at one point, but
you know what's crazy? I feel like for a long time that was a non-negotiable for me, but I'm 33 and now I'm like, more than likely most of y'all gonna have some damn kids at this point. So it depends. Hopefully they're older. I'm not good. No newborns or anything, but I think I've kind of become more lenient on that.
Gotta be at least 5 though. If they not 5, I would never.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, my list is a little bit longer, but
we just getting into the list. That was just one.
My biggest pet peeve is probably a man with like dirty nails, like the teeth. If your teeth are like yellow or you missing a tooth in the back or anything like regarding hygiene for me is just like
Yeah.
Smelling, but you don't smell good. Like when I see you, like when I leave you, I feel like I should remember how you smell, and it's
Yeah.
positive
Mm.
remembering. But yeah, that's for the physical aspect. And then I hate a man. A deal breaker for me is if you're inconsistent. Like if you're texting me every day, calling me every day, and then 2 weeks goes by. I mean, that's too long. 2 days goes by for me, and you're done. But if time goes on and you start switching up, it's like you're done.
Yep. Someone who has something, like they have something going on for them, they're working on it, they kind of have like an idea, they're in a good place where we're pretty stable but still shooting for the stars, right? But I can't really date anyone who's not passionate about something, because then they'll never understand my lifestyle and the passion behind the things that I'm passionate about, right? Like if it's someone who just like goes to a 9 to 5, has nothing that's just like puts fire in the pit of their stomach, it's just like, yeah, it's too dull for me. I like fireworks, sunshine, and daffodils. So I completely understand what you're saying for sure. Hey, Kurt, I see some of our male panelists are trickling in here with some comments talking about sheesh. We're gonna readdress some of these things. Table manners are a must. Etiquette matters. Again, if you have any questions, you could drop it in that little circle question icon, and then we can present it on the screen and address it. So feel free to do that. All right, so we have a question from our male panelists for hour 2. So it says, what do you feel you offer to the right man for
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Brop, brop,
Yeah.
brop.
Listen, y'all.
Yeah.
Brittany, brop, brop, brop.
Of course.
Y'all gotta chill out. What do you feel you offer to the right man for you, and are you willing to compromise on some of the non-negotiables?
Somebody, let me also say another non-negotiable. Somebody that's pressing me about what I bring to the table, that's a turn off for me.
A big
Like,
turn off.
I don't do that. I don't go to guys. I never went to a man and said, what do you bring to the table that you could do for me and all of that? Like, come on. So for you to even put that out there, knowing we were just talking about non-negotiables, can we just have a viewpoint about something that is a non-negotiable and not care about what the hell we bring? Like, we all bring in something. I don't have to list off the things that I bring to you that I don't know. And then for you to say about compromising, we all compromising on something.
Right. So Amy,
nah.
are you compromising on height these days? Asking for a friend.
She ain't compromising on that.
Asking for a friend, because Amy could meet an amazing guy, right? And be like, nah, he's only like 5'11". He's only 6 feet. He's not even 6'2". Has that in your adult become something that you're like? Carlos cracked up.
Yeah, why you?
Thank you for the question. It just wasn't.
Yeah, that question is not applicable.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I do compromise. I have compromised. I was talking to somebody that was close to 6 feet, like 6 feet the other day.
That for you.
That's progress.
I would not compromise.
That's progress, Amy. I'm surprised.
It is.
I'm very surprised.
I don't know.
You're not gonna compromise, Deja?
Absolutely not. If you're not 6'3" or better, we can. What is
6'3"?
Yeah, that's how I feel.
That's my girl, Deja. That's my girl.
I can't even feel. I agree with the lady.
Deja, nobody's 5'9", child.
But I'm gonna say 6'2". 6'2".
I'm gonna say, honestly,
I'm gonna say
I've
6.
compromised
I'm gonna say 6'3".
I've compromised to 6'1".
Whenever I was still dating, when I was on Hinge, if your profile said that you was shorter than 6'1", 6'1", I was probably gonna swipe on your ass.
The shorter said I look past height, now I'm looking down on their ass. I dated someone shorter than me one time, and I felt, no lie, like I never wanted to wear heels. Like, I didn't feel feminine. I didn't feel protected. I like to feel small and like
right.
my person. You know what I'm saying? It's like, baby, you want something from me?
I did try it.
Tell us about it, and why will you never go back?
See, and and this is the thing. I'm not gonna say it's a non-negotiable for me, right? Because I'm now open to the idea of not my desired height. I'm open to it.
Okay.
I wasn't before. I'm more open to it now. But the guy that it's what you said. I'm a big girl. Like, you know, I'm thick. I'm 200 pounds. Like, I don't want to be with
I
a
don't want
man
to be
and I
looking
feel
at
like,
your thigh and I'm like, dang,
yeah.
that leg is mad
And it's
small.
like I want to feel protected. Like if I'm out with you, I want to feel like if something go down, I know I'm good because I'm
Yeah.
with you. I don't want to feel like we together and we both trying
You
to
gotta
look around.
Right.
Like that's really my main thing. Like, and when you said to feel soft, like I want you to come behind me and like your arm is behind me. I can look up at you, and it's like, you know,
Yes.
it's just like
Ooh.
that vibe. Like,
Okay.
you know, it's like I don't want to be
Tell me
looking,
to come here.
turning, and your face is right in front of me. Like it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Good. See?
But I'm better now. I'm more open. I'm more open to it. So
I have swiped left on like, nah, I haven't. Okay, 6 foot. I went down to 6 feet. I was like, okay, maybe, but I really wouldn't want to date anyone.
Yo, they going in about the small leg. Y'all know y'all see some legs that
He
is you're
does
looking
that
at.
small
Y'all
leg.
can
You
see
look
them.
at your thigh and you like, damn,
No,
my
that's the
thigh is massive compared to your
that's
leg. Your
the
leg
one.
is the size of my
my
How do
one.
y'all
arm.
Got
see the
both of yours
comment?
put together.
Yes.
Oh, you
When they're
can't see the comments?
I
arms, I
can't
mean,
see them.
when you look at our thighs, and me and Amy specifically, and Lee, I don't know your size, but
Got thighs for days.
yeah, we got the thighs. Like,
Yeah.
I'm over 200.
yeah,
We
so when
all-
you buy, like, I'm buying jeans, I'm buying a 30, a 31, they buying a 30, 31 too. I'm like, wait a minute. Now,
Baby.
why?
Oh, y'all want to know
Now,
Mm-mm.
something
Donovan
crazy?
said, who got the good thighs? We all got good thighs up here.
We
And
all got good
the
thighs.
men be with the little skinny baby thighs, like,
Leg day.
can
Body be
you
all
pick me
swole up.
up?
You got it. We have a question, guys. All right.
Yo, these men are.
What are these questions?
This is a safe space.
Is this the same person?
No, it's a different person.
What is
King
being
Riley. Tion said, what is being equally yoked to you? Do you believe it's necessary to thrive?
Wait, somebody just said something in the comments. I can't scroll back up. They said like
I
it's
like
not
men
always
and
about height.
hold on. Deeper than Roots Pod. Hey y'all. A lot of this is programming because a man could be over 6 foot and wouldn't bust a grape to protect a woman. Never judge a book by the cover.
So this
Bust
is
a grape.
You know,
Like can't protect nobody.
Oh.
I'm not
you gotta choose correctly because that's false.
exactly because I would feel safer. It's about my protection in my head. Do I feel I said something earlier? Do I feel safe?
So it's programming.
Are you a safe space?
So you're
No,
you're
wait. No.
confirming it's
No.
programming in a way.
No, Lee, I don't think it's always programming. Some people are like that. Some people are not. Like some men are gonna bust all the grapes and bust the
You can
bananas and
tell
bust the
before you get
oranges.
into a situation with a man. You can tell if he gonna protect you or not.
That's what I'm saying. It's not programming. It's how I feel. Do I feel safe in your energy?
Right.
And let me also say, there are tall guys.
That part.
There's some tall guys that you may not really feel, they may be tall and soft. You have some soft men.
And kind of like wiggly and shit, right?
That they have the hump in their back when they walk, and they just don't look confident, and they walk with
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on, like,
they don't
so
up with their proper, they're just like they look soft. Yeah, we don't want those either.
So it may not, I think that the height adds to it, but then there are some shorter guys that I can tell they would bust more grapes. But I don't want
I
them.
feel like that come with like short man syndrome. I feel like shorter niggas feel like they have to, you know what I'm saying?
They have to bust the whole fruit market. And you like, son, like you need to show.
Like
do
the
it too much. You do it too much.
We see how he acted.
I will say though, pairing it with the height, I'm glad, Casey, you mentioned energy, because I think that's a big one. Like reading someone's energy and feeling that. But I also I like someone who's like physically active, like likes to do active things, goes to the gym, into their hygiene, into taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
And that's also paired with the things that I like. Are we about to answer this question or not? I just
I
want
was
What's
about
the
to
question?
say,
What's the question?
it says, what is being equally yoked to you? Do you believe it's necessary to thrive? Okay.
nah. Y'all really
No, I think it's valid. I think it's a little similar to the other one, but it's a fair one. It's more fair than the other one. The other one is kind
okay.
of like, what do you got that we, but anyway, this one, I would say yes in certain terms, like equally yoked, meaning that if you have certain values or things that are important to you, you want your partner to also have that. Like for me, I feel like I'm a spiritual person. I have a relationship with God. I want somebody who's equally yoked to me, who has something similar or working on something similar. And if they don't have that, then it would be hard for us to thrive. So I totally get that part about being equally yoked. It's about just being on the same page with your morals, your values, whatever is important to you, talking about it, communicating it, and making sure that person also has the same belief system or beliefs. But
For sure.
yeah.
For sure. I think another one for me when it comes to equally yoked, echoing all that you said, but like their belief in God and spirituality. Like I've learned that I can't date someone who doesn't necessarily believe in a higher being or have that um, love for prayer and being grounded in their spirituality. Like I've tried it and I've just noticed that it really does impact me and
Mm-hmm.
how I move in my faith. And it also makes me think at this age I'm dating with intention, right? Like right now I'm having fun because I'm kind of fresh out of something and going through it, child. But
We all are, but it's all right. You're going to get through
girl,
it.
it's a way. It's been a lot going on. We got to touch base on, but
Um, can I also mention there was a guy that I dated that he literally said to me he thinks he's God.
ooh, explain that.
He just said, like, what do you think if I said that I believe that I'm God?
Well, we're all like a part of God because God
He
made
said, I am
God
God.
in
And
us.
I said, you know what? Peace up, A-Town down, because that's scary. I don't like that. Why you saying that like that?
that
Mm-mm.
Sorry,
Um,
guys. I'm
okay,
actually
okay.
like heading out the door, so don't mind me. Don't mind me right now. Keep going.
Um, Tiana
for
asked
Okay.
a
Is
question.
there another question?
Yeah, he added and said, being equally yoked in spirit, not talking about financial. Remix the question, do you believe in soulmates? I
oh,
think soulmates come in
we
many
about to talk
different
about this
forms.
on my podcast next week, y'all.
I think soulmates come in many different forms. I think there's soulmates in your friends. I think you have soulmates in your twin flames. I think that sometimes soulmates are there to kind of like take you through painful experiences so that you can grow and then exit the scene. Like it really depends. What were you gonna say,
I
Deja?
I think that we have one soulmate, but we have multiple soul ties.
Yes.
Speak
Okay.
on it.
So yeah, I believe this subject right here. I got a lot to say on it. This
Yeah.
soulmate situation. I think that your soulmate. I feel like the people you have soul ties to, you can come and go with those people. But your soulmate is somebody who is kind of more of a consistent person. I think that
Can I?
damn we
Are they consistent in a way that they're supposed to be with you in a relationship or just
but
your life?
right. So I feel like soul ties they come and go, but you always are tied to this person, like
Shay.
spiritually, like romantically, physically. You can be tied, but I feel like people don't want to be with their soulmate. I feel like a lot of people have met their soulmates, but choose a soul tie over it because the soul tie is more fun than a soulmate.
Because when you gonna say something, Amy?
Mm-mm.
Um, I don't know if you guys know about like twin flames, but they kind of say like twin flames are somewhat of your soulmates, and oftentimes this person is your soulmate and supposed to be in your life consistently in your life, but consistently in your life to teach you lessons and get you to the next step of where you need to be. So it's a painful relationship, and so often people turn away from their soulmate to be with their soul ties. But I do think that sometimes you're not supposed to be with your quote unquote soulmate. And I don't think you have one soulmate. I just feel like that's impossible with the amount of people in the world. Like you just have one person that you're supposed to be with, and that's it, because you become different versions of yourselves throughout your life. So maybe who your soulmate was when you was in high school isn't who your soulmate is now in your 30s. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I believe in one soulmate, but I do think that soulmates challenge you and you're not. Now, Casey, you taking us through Blair Witch Project. Are you okay?
OD. I'm seeing stars and I see
I know.
darkness.
Are we
I'm
all
like,
right? Are we all right?
I'm getting into the car right now.
Copy. Okay. Um, so that's my thoughts on that. I don't know if you want to circle back on that, Amy. You're
I
good.
think we could go to the next question.
Another panelist from, you didn't drop it in the question box, but oh wait, I will bring up the conversation. Earthmate versus soulmate. The guys from next hour is going ham. Kurt, I'm gonna ask you the question you asked in the chat. Are relationships necessary or even important to you? So I don't know what energy y'all receiving from this conversation, but
They think we angry. I don't know what's going on. And this is going back to what you said about societal things, that
yeah,
when you express yourself, it's interpreted in a way that is really like not that. But he said, do we believe in relationships?
yes.
Yeah. I don't know what. Yes.
I do too. I think that there's just been many challenges in finding a good partner, a long lasting relationship for your future. I think that the dating scene is very different these days. It's shocking. Certain things I'm just like, who raised you? What's going on?
It's just a question that has no emotional value. But if you perceive that question
Then you will be
and you
exception. I don't think it's us reacting on an emotional base. I think it's us just being straightforward with the conversation that we're having, because you're asking like if a relationship is important to us, and we're actually talking about dating with intention, what we're looking for. I know like the conversation didn't get heavy in terms of like family oriented, all these qualities, right? But these are still a part of the things that our experiences and what we want. So I mean, it is what it is. Just like,
But if you perceive that question, then you will react to your perception. Okay. Yeah. I think relationships are beautiful
I do too. I absolutely do.
when they're done right and when there's mutual thirst, mutual interest, mutual effort.
It's just a little scary these days. Huda.f is Jeff said, all y'all say,
First of all, the way you read his name, who the F?
I was like, what? It was a lot going on. Casey was coming back on, Deja was coming back on, comments are going. All your successes and failures reflect on each other. Welcome back, honey. So what advice would you give a woman in her 30s entering the dating pool right now, the dating scene?
Lead with logic and not emotion, because a lot of these men are not giving the emotions that we need as women.
Lead with logic, not with emotions. Okay.
And then if you feel warm enough to let that emotional wall down, if he makes you comfortable enough to let your emotional wall down, then go ahead. But
He said,
Don't
don't
listen to
pop
him.
music. Anything
Nice.
of advice for dating?
I don't know if you get, but I was gonna say also be intentional about what you want, because when you know what you want, you tend to receive more of it. And when you're unsure of what you're looking for, I think everything starts away and you're kind of, you get scattered. So just be intentional on what you want to receive.
Yeah.
And then listen to what that person say that they want. Like, because a lot of women, we ask, and I would say definitely ask, like, what are you looking for? What do you want right now? Or what is the man's intention? And if he says, I'm just looking for friends, or I'm looking to go with the flow, or I'm just chilling, I'm not looking for nothing serious, like, you really need to listen to that. Because unfortunately, a lot of times we don't ask, or we assume, or we do hear it and we don't listen, and we're just still like, he about to be my husband, whatever. And the other thing I would say is really take dating lightly, like in terms of just, you want to have intention, but you also want to learn more about yourself in the
So,
dating process, and not just see every man as a possible husband or a possible boyfriend. Unfortunately, sometimes you go out with one person and then you like, wait, what's your last name? And you start thinking about, all right, I can see it. I can see it in the future, or I can't see nothing with him. And a lot of times you end up with people that maybe you didn't even imagine as a woman. Maybe you didn't think that you would be with them. But just take it lightly, learn about the person, pay attention, and learn about yourself, learn more about what you like, what you don't like, and just start building, like your dating resume in that way, and not just assuming like, yo, this is about to be it.
so true.
Yes, she
I
came me out of that many times. I'm that person.
Wait, Casey, you going in and out.
don't.
You going in and out, Case.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna type it in the chat.
Okay.
Oh no, okay, we hear.
Well,
Okay.
I hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me now. I'm
Yeah.
I'm just driving. We're driving. I was saying Amy has talked me out of the situation because I'm the type I would love to. I will be in love, but I've gotten better. So that's great advice.
No, I agree. Amy done talked me off the cliff a few times with that. Like, Leonardo, just chill out. Just go on.
Just go on a date.
Just stay. Like, calm down. But I will say you kind of took exactly what I was going to say the second time, because that's kind of where I'm at now. Like, really going on dates. First of all, I have to hold myself accountable and get up and get. Dating is exhausting. Okay, like getting to the actual date part, figuring out what you want to look like, getting ready, dedicating that time, meeting with so many different people, exchanging so much energy. But I agree with what Amy said, because you also want to be aware of how you show up, what comes up for you, learning yourself in different spaces. Maybe Trevor has so many qualities that you like that you ain't even realized you like, and then Jeremy has like a specific quality where you're like, oh no, I need this, and you could kind of like figure
Yeah.
out what are things that I really like right now, what are my needs, my necessities, what are things that I don't want, what are red flags that I used to ignore, what is showing up for me that showed up for me before in my past relationships that I know like I no longer want to be a part of. So I think it becomes more about you than the actual other person to an extent.
Yep, I agree.
Preach.
Richie, I think that was some good advice. I do wanna just Casey too. I don't know if we could get into this conversation too tough, but I do want to ask this. Damn, I didn't get to touch on so many things with you ladies. We gotta spin the block and do this again.
Yeah, it should have been 2 hours,
We
and
gotta
then just,
spin the block. We're gonna spin the block on this one because there was a lot of Kevin Samuels in there. There's a lot of different questions about body image being an investment that I wanted to talk to you guys about. But I do want to bring back what you talked to me about last time we went on live, Amy, about the difference between men and women cheating, because I also want to ask our male panelists the next hour how men, when they cheat with like their time, their efforts, right? And how it's a difference for women. Can you kind of like talk through that theory real quick?
I was hearing that, women are, we take cheating very hard, because you're like, damn, you slept with somebody else. But for men, sleeping with someone,
Okay.
but for men, sleeping with someone is not like seen the same way as we see it, because as a woman, that's like the ultimate for you to give to someone, your body. But for a man, they could dip and dabble, and it's just like, oh, it's just a fuck. Like, it wasn't that serious. Like, I didn't really have like a relationship or invest time in this person. And that's where the real cheating would happen, if they're like boo loving with somebody or giving them, more of themselves. I can't say that I completely agree or say that like I would be okay with a man just like sleeping with somebody else, but I understand the difference in perception, and the difference in people kind of feeling like, damn, like men cheat a little easier. And it's just kind of like, should you really be mad if they're with you and investing time with you? Kurtz, the Amor, I don't know what you came on. You are very turned up, Kurtz de Amor. I don't know what you heard, but I would love to. I wish it was a way that you actually could blend the girls and the guys in the same space, because Instagram fingers is going ham right now.
Maybe our next tribe talk. Oh, but June, I'm gonna do it for Pride. Maybe the following, or I'll just throw an extra one in there, and do a mix with like two women, 2 men, and kind of see what it's hitting for. That's a thought.
Kurtz is fiending for the mic.
What did he say? Let me look.
He just said false. It's like, okay, if you don't agree, then why don't you write out what is the reason that you don't agree? Like, that's okay to not agree, but why?
So do you ladies agree? Do you think if your man cheats on you, but you found out your man cheated on you, but you would have never known if it didn't come out some magical way or whatever, right? But he's been like consistent at home, taking care of home, giving you all his time, his effort. He just slept with somebody else. Do you feel like it's less of an issue versus if you would have cheated on your man? And would you stay with him at this point in your life?
No, I'm not staying with a man that's cheating on me.
Cheated.
If he cheated, that means he's probably still doing it. So, no, I think it's just the trust for me is broken. So then, and the way I've grown past my toxic days. I'm in healing. But if you cheat on me, now I'm curving guys for you.
Yeah.
And now you're cheating on me. Now I'm very tempted to just do what I want to do. And that's just a bad cycle. So for me, it's like once the trust is broken, I really can't. It's no coming back from that.
Okay. Deja?
All right. So for me, this gonna sound so crazy, and I wish the guys wasn't up here. But for me, I'm a lifestylist. I'm not gonna sit up here and I'm not gonna lie to you. So if you provide my lifestyle, I might can forgive you. But if you cheated on me, I pay half the bills. I'm like, I'm doing more than what you're doing for the relationship. Yeah, I'm leaving. But if you are providing the lifestyle that I require, I might forgive you. I'm not gonna lie.
So if you forgive this person and then you find out further down the line he does it again, what?
Feel that way.
Yeah. I think that if I'm being completely honest, I do not want my man to cheat, but the deal breaker for me would be a baby. If I found out you were cheating on me and you got this person pregnant, there's no coming back from me at all.
Okay.
But if I
He
find
said she'll
out
shop
cheating,
it off. He said she'll shop it off. Like, she's gonna be like,
absolutely
oh,
I
you
will.
cheated? Where the bag
Exactly.
at?
Invite
Where
flights.
the bag at?
Me and the girls, we're gonna have a good time.
Amy,
I respect it. I respect it. I just feel like when we let these guys get away with that, it's kind of like equating their money to our loyalty, and I don't like that.
I understand that, absolutely.
But I'm not judging you, but I'm just saying, like, so many men think, oh, I cheated, let me buy her Chanel bag, she'll be all right.
But is
and
it
it's like
to think that if you're with a man for years upon years, and it also depends on what you consider cheating, that man has never and will never cheat on you? Like, is that a realistic thought as a woman?
I don't think so.
So do you throw it away? Devil's advocate here. Do you throw away a life that you built with somebody and you're so in love with this person because he dicked someone down, right? For lack of better words, where 99.9% of guys out there, that's really their lifestyle.
Also, I feel like you got to take in consideration where you live too. I think that that's a big thing when it comes to dating and relationships. Because I live here in Atlanta, I know that, I mean, my nigga not cheating, but like, you know what I'm saying? If I was dating that type of man who felt like, you know, he had to be on the scene and you know how bitches is on the scene and stuff like that, then
I told you.
yeah, that's to come with
baby.
That's to come with that type of man. But Lord, I'm not somebody who don't go outside.
I think for me, it depends on the guy's resume in terms of our relationship as a whole and things that we've been through, etc. And I would definitely want to have like a deep rooted conversation, because if this is just, although they probably gonna tell you what you want to hear anyway, but if it's something that, I don't know, if it's something that you feel like you just need to consistently do, I need to understand, like, I know, like, I couldn't be with you, but I need to understand if this is a pattern or was something missing in our relationship that we didn't communicate effectively. What are steps that we can rebuild the trust and for this not to happen again? Because I think people kind of close their mind. I'm not okay with cheating. Let me just put that out there. But when going in a different depth about it, I think that people are closed-minded to thinking how people evolve as human beings. Like, sometimes people change, like, and that's real. Like, I could feel like, oh, I only want to be with one person, and then be like, damn, I kind of don't want to be with one person anymore, and maybe I want to be in a polygamous relationship, or I need this, or I need that. I think people are more fearful to speak their truth and their needs, and that leads to cheating. And then
Yeah,
there's
I think when you're with someone, you have to communicate.
yeah,
You have to communicate with them. If one day you're like, you know what, I want two bad bitches. It's like, all right, maybe I want that too for us.
right.
But you have to communicate that. Don't go sneaking around. I think for me, it's the trust. Like, if I feel like, yeah, you're sneaky. If you're sneaky, it's like, how are you gonna run the household and I can't trust you? Like,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
Amy, I'm curious because you bird man rub hands over there.
Oh no, because I was eating candy, so I got like sugar on them. But I'm gonna say, I think that to me, a man cheats because they might be insecure about something, or like they need attention. They may be lacking, like something is lacking, right? So something similar to what you're saying, Lee, and that has to be communicated. It has to unpack in order for us to figure out like how to move forward from it. I can't say that I would just automatically like forgive them because they didn't give me have a baby with somebody else, because they could give you something else that got you itching, right? So like, or do it, or if they cheat with your family member.
Ooh.
Like, there's different levels to it, right? So it has to be a clear communication, maybe some type of therapy going on for us to discuss. Or if you can't discuss or communicate, that there must be something lacking, something that they need that they're not getting. Maybe they're feeling insecure at work, or maybe they feel like you not going down on them no more. Whatever it is that they are, like, it may be something is missing, and now
Not
they
all the hearts going up as when you said going down on them. Y'all got relax.
Nah, because people really be like, and somebody asks like, oh, what if he's doing this and doing that? Like, would you cheat? And it's like, it's not that simple. Like, sometimes there are things that are really missing that we don't communicate enough to say, you know what, you don't take me out enough, or I feel like you don't touch me. I don't feel sexy when I'm around you. And a man that's not feeling sexy for his woman, whatever, let's say he don't feel like you just on the baby right now, you focus on the baby, you not focus on him no more. He may be like, damn, now, you know, before you used to keep it spicy, now this shit is dry, and now this girl at my job is here, like, showing me something new. It's the newness, right? So I think that needs to be communicated, and people need to just be honest about that, and then be willing to work on it professionally, not just saying,
for sure.
oh, buy me a bag. Like, I don't care about that. Like, I need you to buy a session with the woman or some type of professional person for us to sit down and talk about this so that it's not an issue no more. Because I want you to feel fulfilled. I don't want you to feel like you need to go get sexually fulfilled from somebody else. Like, and you're with me. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that it would take a lot of work, a lot of professional help, a lot of conversations, communication, um, all the things. So I agree. Brown Girls Hill said, this is why couples should do normal temperature checks, talk to each other. It's easy to ask your partner, are you happy? What can be improved? It's easy to ask, but depending on the climate of your relationship, sometimes it's not easy for the person to actually be honest if the person receiving that message doesn't make it a safe space to do so, or reacts or overreacts to every little thing. So I agree in terms of the communication piece, but it's also on how the receiver responds to it as well, and making it a comfortable space for you to talk about things. Everybody wants people to be so damn honest, but really can't take honesty. Really can't take honesty. So I just want to plug that. It is 9:04. Ladies, if I can have you guys again, so many other things, I will just do an additional live this month if y'all let me know if it's okay with you guys before Pride. Because I would love to actually have like a good sit down with you guys, like a good sit down to talk about some things.
Yeah, because I wanted to talk about investing in your body.
Yo, I had so many conversations about that recently. It's been mind-blowing the things that I've been hearing. So we got to spin the block. All of y'all have my number. Let me know like a date or 2 dates that work for you guys, and then we can make it happen.
Yes, this was so fun, lady.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Amy, Casey, Deja, it's been such a pleasure. Thank you for sharing your truths and joining us for Tribe Talk. Stick around because I'm going to I wrote some notes that I'm going to bring to the attention of some of our guy panelists next hour.
All right, Kurtz. We come in peace and we leave in peace.
Go around there. I can go from the front.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.